Ringo, a recent case of man's abuse, God's healing, and successful adoption. Ringo is among the litter of 5 puppies that are born in a construction site on August 1st, 2011. Very quickly, 3 of the puppies were adopted to good homes by mid-September. It was left with Ringo and Dot, the only 2 black-colored puppies that nobody seemed to fancy. Over the next months, 3 different families fostered both of them. They are so lovable in personality, but it is a pity that many of us cannot see beauty beyond the exterior. When there were still no takers for them by mid-October, they had to be placed back at the construction site to learn survival skills. 3 days later, on October the 13th, something bad happened to small Ringo. Someone kicked him. The attacker hit him so hard that his whole face was swollen and he was bleeding profusely from the nose. We rushed him to the pet emergency clinic. His jaws were fractured and dislocated. His canine teeth were gone. He was bleeding internally in his head and his vision too was lost. The next 24 hours would determine whether or not he could survive. But even if he did, he would have to go through a costly and extensive surgery to repair the jaws and deal with internal bleeding. The doctor emphasized that even if we were to save him, the quality of life would not be there because he would be blind. Nonetheless, there was just no peace in our heart to say to the vet, "Yes, put him to sleep." We decided to trust God step by step. Daily, the fosterers took turns to visit and pray for him. We also stood in proxy at our miracle services. All of us prayed in agreement for 3 things. We asked God to restore his sight, mend his jaws, and renew his brain function. Ringo cried in pain and struggled to stand and walk, though he could not see and kept knocking onto things. He also had to be tube-fed for 2 weeks as he could not eat or drink through his mouth. But the improvements that Ringo made progressively were amazing. Day by day, God showed the reality of his healing power even on this puppy. His jaws were operated on and recovered well without any complications. The vet also discovered that he has some strong and good teeth left that will enable him to consume food. Nonetheless, his jaws are somewhat lopsided now. During the period when Ringo was totally blind, he relied a lot on his hearing for direction, and we noticed that his ears became pointed upwards. But a miracle took place a few days after. The fosterers observed that Ringo seemed to be able to see. When we checked with the vet, she said that it was not possible. But later on, when they did another test, they discovered that his vision has indeed returned. Praise the Lord! God never stops amazing and encouraging us to press on at every point. And unknown to us, he already started preparing the hearts of a couple to adopt Ringo, even when he was still recuperating in the hospital and medically blind. By the time he was discharged on October the 27th, the adoption was confirmed. Ringo has been staying with this family since November the 6th, and many people have commented that he now resembles a kangaroo. But the truth is, Ringo is God's miracle dog, rescued, restored, and rehomed by His grace.